Burger King, right. Charlemagne, the Burger King. Come on, wait for it. Wait for the elimination message. Napoleon adopts police state. I think he has the pyramids. Alright, so the Zulus have been destroyed. So we can now almost see the full scoreboard. See, Pakal, he's the leader in first place on score. So there's the... If I cut out the mini-map, you can see them all. We've almost gotten down to being able to see everybody without removing the mini-map. Genghis Khan's on military science, yet another military tech. Pakal's on divine right. So most of the tech leaders are... See, again, I don't like this mod because the AI stays too bunched on tech. Like, look, everybody has the same tech constantly. Even the civs that are way ahead in production, even the civs that have way more land, are still bunched on tech. This is just a little silly. Anyway, so Hamburg will probably be next, and then what's the other civ with one city? Oh, Cyrus will probably be last to go. Actually, the Chinese are... Actually, China might get this city if Mongolia has to walk all the way around. We'll see. Could Ethiopia provide a long-term threat to Pakal? Probably. Ethiopia is also one of the tech leaders. I mean, we have a lot of game left to go, too. Like, this game's not going to be over on turn 300. It's probably going to be more like turn 350 to 400. It's not going to end today, either. I'm getting kind of tired of streaming, and I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stream today. I want to see these last beatdown civs get eliminated, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. Julius Caesar is in this game. He has done nothing. He actually... he got this city, so this was a Holy Roman city, and it was either liberated or culturally flipped to him. So maybe this city did culturally flip. This was a Greek city. It was captured by Holy Rome. And down here, this city, Corinth, that was a Greek city. It was captured by Holy Rome, and it either was culturally flipped or was liberated to Egypt. Egypt also got this city from a liberation, too. So Egypt has not conquered any city, has even lost a city, but is still gaining territory, thanks to how much culture it has. Yeah, Japan's been at war with Mongolia, like, the whole game. And Japan's been steadily losing its territory to Mongolia. Japan will get eliminated as soon as Mongolia finishes off Persia. It will swing all its units over here, and then Japan will be absolutely doomed. Once Persia's gone, the Mongols will only have one opponent to fight, so that'll be that. And here you see everybody racing to get this last city, Hamburg. I think Holy Rome's going to capture it, though, because they're first to the punch. Never know, maybe a random knight could slip in from somebody else and take this one out. All the defenses are down now, so... I think Holy Rome moves first in turn order, though. Could be wrong. Being eaten by Mongolia. I'm sorry, Bismarck, this is probably the last time we're going to see you, so bid farewell to that guy and his mustache. He's not going to be around much longer. Cyrus's worst enemy. So meanwhile, over here... What the heck? Where did all those Mongolian units go? Oh, here they are. Why are they over here? It's so random. He really has trouble moving this stack around sometimes, doesn't he? Very random. Very, very random. Anyway, over here, we have not been watching this, so the Dutch are being attacked as well. It looks like they're going to hold Utrecht against the Khmer. This attack looks like it came up just short of capturing Utrecht. So that's all that's going on over there for the time being. And China's still heading after Tarsus. And where is that last German city? Here it is. So Hamburg should be next up. I think it's going to fall this turn to somebody. There it goes. Alright, so Holy Rome gets that kill. And now we can really see everybody on the scoreboard. Ooh, Pakal's going for military tradition. Cavalry? I don't know if he has rifling tech, though. I don't think he does. So we bid farewell to yet another leader. Yep, Alex and Alex was one of the first ones eliminated. Shaka just recently was eliminated. So he held on a little bit longer. But in the end, Shaka was the source of his own doom. Shaka declared war on Ethiopia, and Ethiopia eventually killed them. So that's another one down. Pakal just did a big civic swap. Let's see, does he have rifling tech yet? I don't think he does. I'll just check if I can find it. It's because he's about to get military tradition. Okay, no, so he doesn't have rifling. He won't be able to build cabs. He will. Oh, he won't be able to build cuirassier either because he needs gunpowder tech. But sooner or later he'll grab gunpowder and rifling, and then he'll have much better units than his neighbors. Not that it looks like he wants to use them. He's just building research. How many beakers is he producing anyway? He's at wow. Okay, he's at 1,700 beakers per turn. How many is Genghis Khan at? He's at 500 per turn. Yeah, okay, so maybe the Mongols aren't quite as good at researching stuff, but hey, they're very good at killing other people, and that's the main thing. That's what we care about in this game. Alright, so Tarsus is under siege by the Chinese. The Mongolians are on their way. Over in America, the fighting continues with no... Doesn't look like there's any clear resolution. If anything, America seems to be getting a little bit of the better of this. But it's pretty close. It's still pretty even. At least until the Vikings decide to join one side or another. Alright, how many cities does Ethiopia have? Good question. Let's zoom out and take a look at their territory, shall we? Because they have absorbed... So Ethiopia absorbed Arabia first, and now they've picked up... the Zulu territory as well. Alright, so here's their territory down here in the south. Alright, so they have... Again, I'm going to point at my screen. I know you guys can see this perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have 13 cities now. No, 14 with Nobamba down there. 14 cities. That is a lot of cities. That's about what Mongolia has. Mongolia's got a little bit more than that, I think. If we look at East Asia. Well, look at East Asia after this city gets captured, after Tarsus goes down. Yeah, Genghis is mastering the art of shuffling units. I mean, he's moving up there, but he's taking his time. China has a good chance of getting this city, which would then probably flip to Russia afterwards, judging by how close Rostov is. We'll get China to do their busy work. So Cyrus will be next on the chopping block. Worst enemy of Charlemagne, Mansa Musa, and Sitting Bull. Random. Especially Mansa Musa being his worst enemy. Well, that's a peace-weight thing. Cyrus doesn't even have many units in here. Yeah, so Mao will probably get this city. Looks like he's in the driver's seat to get it. We actually don't have that many wars going on right now. It's quieted down a little bit. We do have... so the Dutch are still being attacked by Khmer and Sumer. And I believe India as well, although India has like no units, so... Yeah, typical Gandhi. I wonder if Ethiopia will look to attack someone again. They're building a lot of military still. We might even get to a point soon where we can like start looking at who dislikes whom. Yeah, Seville's doesn't have many defenders left. I do feel like America's slowly winning this war. Could be wrong though. It seems to be evenly balanced for the most part. Alright, let's see how much longer Cyrus can hold out. Yeah, Korea was the first one to fall. Wang Kong, alright, we love Wang Kong. He was the first to fall. Will China attack this turn or bombard for another turn? Let's see. Mongolia has a gazillion units, but they're still shuffling their way up there. That's right, all day they've been shuffling. China should get this city. Mongolia is still too far away. Mongolia would need like one more turn, and they're not going to get that turn. So wave goodbye to Cyrus. He had a great year in Civ4 AI Survivor Season 2. Has not had as good of a run in this particular game. The worst enemy of Willem van Orange. Rotterdam could potentially be captured. I don't know. This stack's a little small, but it does have trebuchets, so maybe. Anything going on over here? Looks like Napoleon's attacking Barcelona, but that city's pretty well defended. Uppsala is now back to being like a Viking fortress. It was captured by... First captured by America, then captured by France, eventually liberated back to them. Alright, I guess we'll just keep the focus on Cyrus then. He should die this turn to China. Yep, it is a reversal of Survivor. Okay, of Survivor Season 2. So here, if Mongolia had one more turn, they'd capture this city, but they're not going to get that turn because they spent too much time shuffling their units in circles. So Tarsus is going to be captured. Again, Russia will probably end up with this city, though, because Rostov has... the borders of Rostov are going to swallow up this city. But anyway, bid farewell to Cyrus. He's gone, and now we really can start to see all the leaders. I wonder who's up next for deletion. Maybe Japan, once Mongolia sends all their units east. So, another one bites the dust. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we've had 10 leaders, or 10 civilizations die. We started with 34, and we're down to 24. So, China got 2 cities from that war. They got this one, Susa, and then that last city that they probably won't be able to keep. Interesting. So that's bad news for Japan because their Persian meat shield's now gone. And actually Nagoya is being attacked again, randomly. Oh, there's only a crossbow and 2 trebuchets left in this city. Huh. That's not much. So, we bid farewell to yet another leader. What's Baikal on? Chemistry? Constitution? Maybe we should start looking at... we'll do a bar graph check again because it's been a little while since we looked at that. Alright, so let's start with power. So if you're wondering why the Mongols have been running over their enemies, this is why. Mongolia, Ethiopia, Mayans. Interesting. Here's the French. Where are the Americans on this bar graph? This must be them, right? No, that's got to be someone else. America must be doing better than that, right? Maybe not. Maybe that's them. Somebody's getting plastered here. Maybe that is America. I don't know. In any case, though, that's the power bar graph. GNP, Baikal has been leading the way for quite a while. Remember when I said Baikal's the tech leader? Yeah, he's the tech leader, that's for sure. And then everybody else tends to be mostly jumbled together. Gandhi is not doing very well. That red is Tokugawa, big surprise. Toku's not doing very well. Production, the usual candidates, Ethiopia, Mongolia, and the Mayans. They were in a golden age. They're out of that golden age now. And then food's probably the same story. Yeah, Mongolia, Ethiopia. That's the Khmer. That's the Americans. Mayans, French. For some reason they starve. The AI will do this. We'll have one turn where it just like starves every city for no reason. Never makes any sense why they do that. Who is this? The dark blue. Oh, that's just Brazil doing its bizarre starving thing for a turn. Okay. So who is not in a war right now? We're actually to the point where we can start to see stuff. So Gandhi's still at war with... Wait, who is he at war with? Oh, he's at war with Willem. Okay. You can't get thrown off by the text. Just look at the portraits. Caesar's never fought anyone. Vikings are at peace. Holy Rome's at peace. Mongolia is only at war with Japan. This is... the Sumerians are at war with the Dutch. Hannibal's at peace. Hattie's at peace. Incas are at peace. Brazil's at peace. And we might see some more wars break out soon because a lot of people at peace. Byzantium's at peace. America's at war with the French. Where are the French on here? You can't even see that. Where's Napoleon? Alright, so it's covered up by the pictures. You can't even see, but he's at war with Napoleon. Mansa's at peace. Mao's at peace. Ottomans are at peace. France. Yeah, so most of the... there's not that many wars going on right now. Most of the leaders are at peace. Because, because we just had 3 eliminations back to back to back. So... presumably we'll see some more wars start soonish because now now a lot of these wars that were ongoing have ended. So I think the only ones going on right now are the people fighting the Dutch. The Dutch are in a pretty big war. Oh wow, this city's going to fall. There's only a trebuchet for defense and there's knights outside it. Jeez. Huh. I mean, even if they build that horse archer, the horse archer can't defend the city. Random. Just random knights taking out a city. Yeah, so like you can finish the horse archer, but it's not going to be enough. The horse archer will still die to the knights. You get no defensive bonuses there. Yeah, so we've got a war between Mongolia and Japan. We have the ongoing wars against the between the Khmer and the Sumerians. Oh, well, that didn't take very long. I said we might see some wars. So Charlie has decided that he wants to go to war with the Ottomans. I wonder how much the Mexican colonies will contribute to this. I guess we'll find out. So we got to add that. So one war is immediately broken out. Charlemagne was at peace for like 1 turn before he declared war again. And we'll see what happens there. The thing is, though, the Ottomans now have Janissaries. They must have recently researched gunpowder tech. And they tend to do very well against anything that's pre-rifles, because they get bonuses against what do they get bonuses against? What is it? Melee and archers and mounted, something like that. They get bonuses against all the old units. Oh, and I can't remember off the top of my head. All right, so yeah, archery, mounted, melee. Okay, wow, I did call that correct. I was kind of guessing on some of those. So they get a big bonus against anything that's outdated technologically. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, Monty was killed by a combination of the Native Americans and Holy Rome. Random, yeah, pretty random. And guess what? Here comes the Mongol hordes racing towards Japan. They're going to use Russian roads to start. So when all these units get over to Japanese territory, it's not going to be pretty. But I think that these knights are just going to attack and kill this horse archer and then the trebuchet underneath it, because neither one gets defensive bonuses. Unless they're there to pillage. I suppose that's also a possibility. Let's see if they actually attack. Yep. Wow. Impressive. So they took out a Japanese city just with like completely random wandering knights. That means Japan is down to 5 cities. Tokugawa might be next for elimination. It depends on what happens with this Ottoman war. I don't think the Ottomans are that strong either. And of course we'll see if somebody gets pulled into this war. That just started up here. Look at this poor Willem. He's at war with like everybody. So that's that city we were watching. Yeah, Rotterdam. Actually, I think Rotterdam's going to be captured here. The city is not that strongly defended. And then the Khmer are bringing another stack up too. Just weight of numbers, basically. Too many people for the Dutch to be fighting against, and they're not in that strong of a position to begin with. Over here, the war between France and England. Wow, so the French now have grenadiers. That might be enough to turn the tide. America does not have grenadiers, and they're researching Constitution. So maybe the grenadiers will turn the tide in favor of France. That's stronger than anything America has. Strength 12 is a pretty big jump from the strength 10 that they've been working with. Yeah, Willem's in kind of a rough position here. And what's going on with the Ottomans? What are we looking at in terms of Charlemagne's attack force? He's got an okay force, but nothing too special. I don't see too much success there. Oh, by the way, look at this. This city. So this city was captured by Holy Rome, and now it's been culture flipped over to the Celts, who have done nothing in this game. Yep, culture flipped over to them, or was liberated to them, one or the other. But that's a city. So that city was captured by Holy Rome, but ended up doing no good. I guess that's one of the problems for the leaders in Europe, is even when they capture cities, a lot of the time they culturally flip away. Because, like, Holy Rome's captured a lot of cities that they didn't get to keep. Like, they captured Athens and Corinth. They didn't get to keep either one. They captured Hamburg. They didn't get to keep that one. Berlin, well, they might get Berlin from Russia, because that's surrounded by their culture. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to watch and see if Rotterdam gets captured by the Sumerians here. Statue of Liberty, I do not believe has been built. It would be crazy powerful on this map, because it would affect every city on the map. And as you might have noticed, it's a big map. Alright, so the Dutch just lost a city. They might be the next one slated for elimination. It's probably between them or Japan, would be my guess. Yeah, I don't think anyone has democracy yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. Look at this. So he's the worst enemy of Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, Justinian, Mao, Boudica, and Stalin. Somehow he is not dead yet, even though everyone seems to hate him. I guess everybody always had bigger... I mean, he lost his capital. So Gandhi lost his capital to the Incans randomly. And he lost this city first to the Dutch, and then it was taken back by Sumer. Oh, by the way, the Mayans just built another shrine for their third religion. This one I don't think has been spread that much. Yeah, only 10 cities, but that is 3 shrines powering them. They have 7,000 gold. Like, why are they okay, so they're running 0% gold, but, like, why? Why do you even need more money? And they're on military science now for their tech. Alright. Where's the Mongol horde? Here they come. Let's update the map. Because there were some cities that had changed hands. Alright, so I also want to do this. Let's look at the Mongolian military, shall we? Where is Montezuma? Or here we are. Alright, so he has 22 longbows, 11 knights, 8 war elephants, 19 muskets, 14 catapults. Where's his mounted units? 11 knights, 8 war elephants, that's it? Huh. Maybe he lost some. Felt like he had more than that. I guess that's still a lot, though. Still no major force over here attacking Japan yet. Just a matter of time, though. And what was the other war that recently... Oh, yeah, the Ottoman War. That's right. So Holy Rome tried to attack Ankara. It does not look like they succeeded. Yeah, it doesn't look like that was a success. And Cologne seems to be holding out just fine. So, yeah, it looks like the big collapse right now is the Dutch are slowly getting carved up by their opponents. Hello. Yeah, we can look at Pakal's tech tree. That's a good suggestion. He is the tech leader, so he'll definitely be the one that's first gets a lot of the first 2 tech bonuses over some of these other ones. No, the Mongolians haven't run out of steam at all. They took out Persia, and now they're in the process of walking their units over to Japan. So they should take out Japan next. Just going to take them time to get over there. Alright, alright. I'm wondering what Ethiopia is going to choose to do next, too, because Ethiopia is close to the tech lead, too. Alright, wait. Mansa Musa has declared war on Mehmed. That's random. He probably got bought into the war by Charlemagne. Yeah, Mansa Musa is way down here. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Okay, so Lincoln lost a city there. Looks like the Grenadiers are turning the tide of battle up there. Yeah, the Mongol hordes are on their way back from... see, they're over here by Tarsus. They're on their way over to Japan right now. Here's the big stacks over here. That one in particular. Slowly moving to the east towards Japan. And now that half the units aren't wandering over to Persia, there's more units rallying in the east of Mongolia too. Okay, so yeah, this attack does not seem to have done that much on Ankara. I mean, there's still a lot of units there, but they don't seem to be making progress. More important has been this, that France was able to recapture Barcelona. These two, and Seville is still in French hands as well. Meanwhile, Utrecht looks like it's about to get attacked. I don't know if they're going to succeed here, though. I think some catapults might have hit the attackers. How many maces does Mongolia have? They had quite a few. I think they had around 15. Oh, wow. Look at all those Sumerian knights charging into Dutch territory. They're continuing to make progress. Oh, we need to look at Pakal's tech tree, too. That was a request, and I forgot to do that. Oh, wait, hey, there's another Sumerian stack up there. Yeah, sorry, we're not joining your war, Gandhi. Hey, Caesar has done nothing this game. Burger King. So I didn't even realize there's another Sumerian stack up here. Maybe the Sumerians will be the ones to capture this city. Okay, we'll look at Pakal's tech tree. Alright, Pakal. So he has astronomy and military science. He does not have... he does have gunpowder, so he could build cuirassier. He needs to go for rifling if he wants to build rifles, and democracy is sitting out there as a possible tech too. So he's like late Renaissance, early industrial right now. Just by way of comparison, we'll look at... Yeah, let's just say the Mongols are not as far ahead in tech. They have military science, so they can build grenadiers, but they are missing a lot of econ stuff. They're missing like the whole top side of the tree. I guess they're not that far behind. And I think that most of the action is taking place down here against the Dutch right now. Seems like it anyway. All those knights moving up. I wonder if the Khmer or the Sumerians will get this city. They both got a lot of units pouring in. Who moves first? Gilgamesh moves before... Alright, Gilgamesh moves, then Suryavarman. And then Willem last after both of the other two. Based on if it's alphabetical order, which I think it is. Alright, calm down. So, anything new happening up here? Again, Ankara, well, that's... I mean, there's a lot of units here, but I don't think they're going to break through. There's a lot of defenders. It's not like Mansa Musa is going to do anything in that war. Over here, France seems to be slowly pushing forward, using the grenadiers that they recently picked up. And otherwise, it's mostly pretty quiet. The big Mongol stack is still moving east. Where's the Mongol? Yeah, okay, so the Mongols have 28 knights. That's their real strength. 28 knights, jeez. What does he have in his capital now? He had like a gazillion great... Wait, what happened to all his other... Alright, so I think he has so many people, military instructors merged into his capital, the game can't even display them all. Or something like that. Because he had like 8 military instructors in his capital previously. I think he just has so many, the interface can't even display all of them. Where's the big death stacks? Here. Here's the big stack. So it's slowly heading east. 3 tiles per turn on the roads. I wonder if they'll go for Kagoshima next. And there's more forces over here. Yeah, the Celts are in this game. It's the Celts and the Romans are the two who have done absolutely nothing the entire game. Julius Caesar's in this game too, amazingly. He has done absolutely nothing the game. The Celts and the Romans have both never been in a war the entire game. Have not started a war or declared a war. So that's good news for Gilgamesh. He's going to get that city. Because he moves before... Yeah, he moves before the Khmer, and there's like 1 mace and 1 catapult left in here. Just advance another turn to see this. I don't think there's anything else going on that crucial in the other parts of the map. Alright, so Pakal is on replaceable parts. He's heading towards liberalism next, I assume. Or not liberalism, rifling, if he's on replaceable parts. Temujin is revolting. That's why it says 5,000 turns for military tradition. So the first 2 Dutch cities went over to the Sumerians. Starting to make some progress there. Still a mess over here. Yeah, so Temujin adopted police state. There's that city capture. Here's the Doom stack now. Still heading east, although it's gone very far north. I guess they're heading for this city, Kagoshima, based on how far north they are. Lincoln revolted. French are still on the offensive here, but they're not close to taking another city. And the big story is just that the Dutch are in the process of falling apart. The Khmer are starting to emerge as a major power. Or a bigger power, anyway. Jumping up the list a little bit. As we continue to see the weaker civs get weeded out. Yeah, this Ottoman versus Holy Rome War has not really produced much of anything thus far. Ottomans are kind of in a weird situation. Look at their territory. Like, they've got cities in like random spots. Very oddly shaped territory. Yeah, Japan, I mean, Japan's definitely going to die. If Mongolia was strong enough to fight Persia and Japan at the same time, they're definitely strong enough to fight against just Japan. There's not much question about that. Yeah, the fact that, right, I think that that's what ultimately made the difference, is his units were so heavily promoted. All of his Kashyyyks were like Combat 3 when they came out. I mean, that's just a huge difference. If you're like Combat 3 against Combat 1, you're just winning every battle, and then you get to heal and promote afterwards. Because you've got such a big advantage in the one-on-one matchup. Alright, so not much going on. Free markets, that's not a big deal. Where's that stack? Oh, there it is, okay. So yeah, definitely looks like this stack is heading for this city, Kagoshima. I don't know where else they'd be going. And meanwhile, Wow, Amsterdam's not that well defended. Neither of these cities is that well defended. Looks like the back of the Netherlands has been broken at this point. I don't see this going well for them. Holy Rome is, I guess, healing or something. They've bombarded the defenses of Ankara down. Are they going to attack there or something? Yeah, Turkey, the Turks have not been able to punch through Byzantium in this game. Byzantines are fairly strong. Justinian's close to the score lead. Now, granted, a lot of that's because he's built a ton of wonders, but he's close to the score lead. Alright, Gilgamesh. Alright. Yeah, so they're continuing to push forward. Who will get these cities? I wonder. That's the real race right now. Who gets these cities? Alright, and here's a big Mongolian stack right here. So, again, they must be going for Kagoshima. It's the only thing that makes sense. Then again, this is the AI, so maybe it doesn't have to make sense. Oh, and there's also another stack building over here to go after Kyoto. So over in America, which is like the other place where the fighting's going on, again, it looks like the Grenadiers really have turned the tide in this matchup because America's just been on retreat ever since those Grenadiers started popping out. And America's on economics, so that's not going to help them anytime soon. Better economy is nice, but it's not going to stop you when you're being attacked. Yep, this is so for those who haven't seen it before, this is a real-world map, sort of. It's the real world, but everything's clumped together into one big Pangaea map. Africa, South America, North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, India. So, interesting. Well, rifles, I mean, look, rifles don't necessarily do great against cavalry, but nothing does great against cavalry. They do better than a lot of other options. Like, rifles do better than just about anything else against calves. It's just nothing does well against calves because they're so strong. And there's a random samurai wandering around. Oh, and here comes even more units. Poor Kagoshima. I wonder if they'll just attack the city or waste time bombarding it down. Probably sit there and siege it down. Alright. Yeah, Brazil's been really quiet in this game. Brazil/Portugal. Okay, we also have this force here. How many... Alright, so there's plenty of siege here. They'll be able to take out the defenses pretty quickly. And this Ottoman war... Alright, so the Ottomans push back that war, that attack on Ankara. So that war, no city's going to fall anytime soon. Mansa Musa's contributions have been non-existent. By the way, this city here, which was a French city, was either culturally flipped or was gifted to Carthage. So poor Napoleon's captured a lot of cities that he wasn't able to keep. New York's under siege, too. There's only 2 trebuchets, though, so it's going to take a while for that city to be captured. Amsterdam's most likely to be the next captured city. I don't know. Maybe Brick, you and I will have to talk, and we'll have to schedule a time. I don't know, 1 weekend, 2 weekends, we'll have to figure it out. We'll just have to, figure out what's a good time to continue this. It won't be tomorrow. I'm going to be busy tomorrow. Plus, I'm getting tired of streaming. I'm not going to stream too much longer either. I think I want to keep streaming until until the Dutch are gone. That might be a convenient stopping place. Wow, 6 trebuchets? Okay, that city's not going to last long. Also, the Japanese do not have castles. Wait, why does the city have no cultural defenses? Zero culture. What the heck happened there? Maybe it was briefly taken over by the Mongols and then taken back. But without castles, Japan's not going to be able to... it won't take forever to bombard down the cities because they don't have to get through the castles, and it always takes forever to get through the castle defenses. Yeah, Pakal is about to grab rifling, but Pakal hasn't really fought anyone the whole game, so... I'm not sure how much that's going to matter unless he starts a war. He might, though. He certainly could take some cities from, the Native Americans. They're a relatively weak civ that's near him. Alright, so Amsterdam has now lost all its cultural borders. And it looks like Gilgamesh is going to get this city too. Alright, so Hannibal has gone back to war with... Oh, wait. Wait, Hannibal declared war on Egypt, but the only action this turn was Egypt recapturing that city. Alright, so that was probably an ill-advised war declaration there. Not the smartest decision. By the way, that's war number 36. He should go after... Yeah, wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. Huayna has a holy city, too. He just has to get every holy city, right? So, yeah, the Hindu holy city's here, and that one is worth 65 gold per turn. So that's kind of the main thing keeping the Incas in this game. Well, that and the fact that they have the Indian capital that they randomly captured. But yeah, if Pakal were to capture... If Pakal were to, like, unify South America by going after Brazil... and going after the Inca, that would make him probably an unstoppable runaway. Like, I know the Mongols will have a ton of territory, but their economy is just kind of weak. And Ethiopia, I wonder what they're up to as well. Ethiopia is also the other big power. I don't know. They don't look like they're planning for an attack. They're building research in a bunch of cities, so... What's the beaker total for Zara? So, Pakal is 1,300 beakers, and Zara is 1,100, so they're pretty close. They are the two tech leaders for sure. Anyway, I think Amsterdam's going to be captured this turn. And I think it's going to be taken by the Sumerians. So Sumer is slowly starting to climb up the leaderboard. They've been in a fairly weak position for most of the game, but this Dutch territory will help them out a lot. Oh my goodness, no, they left Amsterdam alive with one unit defending, and then the Khmer got it by moving after them. So the Khmer picked that up. Crazy. Oh yeah, and we had another... Oh yeah, and this city was captured by the Mongols too. So the Mongolian death stacks are moving forward, but that is a small tundra city. I mean, there's not much Japanese territory left, right? I think there's just 4 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, just 4 cities. And then who knows what Mongolia... Well, they could turn and attack anybody at that point. Like, they could roll right through China or probably Russia. Just gonna recreate the historical Mongol Empire, I guess. Something like that. But anyway, the Dutch should be the next one eliminated, barring something weird happening, because they're down to a single city and they've got 2 leaders at war with them. Still, that's a huge blow to Sumer that they didn't get that capital city. Now there's going to be this Khmer blot in the middle of their territory, and the borders are going to be a confusing mess. Alright, there's another. So the Khmer are moving forward. Nagasaki might be auto-raised. That's a good point. Boy, a lot of people dislike Lincoln, don't they? Not a popular fellow. Yeah, so University of Sankore is in this city. Also, the aqueduct magically becomes a beret when it gets captured. And a Scotland Yard's in there, too. Also, there's not many defenders in this city. Very, very few there. So is there anything going on in this war between the Ottomans and the Holy Rome? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not seeing much going on there. How about the war between Lincoln and Napoleon? Looks like Napoleon's winning this war. Yeah, Napoleon's going to capture New York. Yeah, so Mansa, you can see how serious that war was. Mansa never sent a single unit up there. He just got bought into the war. Yep. So again, Grenadiers were the turning point in this war. Lincoln was winning this, and then the Grenadiers showed up. New York's going to get captured here. I think, anyway. I think there's enough attackers to grab that city. How close is Napoleon? All right, Napoleon's on nationalism. I was going to say, how close is he to getting Cuirassier? He needs to detect a military tradition for that. That would be another huge upgrade. All right, so Lincoln reinforced. That might be enough to keep the city for the time being. Let's see. Nope, not enough. Reinforcements also died. The real poverty point, Nagasaki, yeah. So we've been joking about like the worst cities founded by the AI, because Poverty Point is a Native American city, and this is like some of the worst land you can have. I mean, okay, there are some floodplains tiles, but that's about it. This is a really weak city. So we are competing to see what the real Poverty Point would be. All right, so Mansa has declared on Hannibal. I'm sure he got pulled into the war by Hatti, by Egypt. So Once again, they go to war with Hannibal. They've all been fighting like the whole game with very little happening except Egypt losing this city and basically killing their chance at a cultural victory. The cultural victory lead right now is Byzantium, but they have their third city is pretty weak. This one here. Yeah, 34 culture per turn, not happening. Not for ages and ages and ages, at least. So we're probably not going to see a cultural victory in this game. Boy, Lincoln doesn't even have that many cities left. Lincoln's down to 4 cities. Jeez. He's been one of the game leaders for most of the time, but too many French grenadiers, it looks like. Death March is on for the final city here. Going to take them a couple turns to get there, though. And up here, yeah, we did have a city auto-raised. You guys were right. No, the real poverty point! So that city just got auto-raised. That means Japan's down to 3 cities, I think. Yep. Just these 3. If you want to see a mess. Look, if you want to see how far Japan was originally, they had cities out here. They had some of the Korean cities they captured, but nope. It's all collapsing now. And these humongous Mongolian stacks are still moving in that direction. Also a random cataphract over here. So the writing's on the wall now. I can't believe that the real poverty point got auto-raised. That's so sad. I guess that's life, though. How many more turns can Willem? Can Willem make it to turn 235? I think he'll make it there, but depends on how much siege these guys bring to take out Nijmegen's defenses. Worst enemy of Tokugawa. What? How is Native America the worst enemy of Tokugawa? They're on the other... They haven't even met each other. And whatever. Alright, so Mao has declared war on Suryavarman. They were at war earlier in the game. Again, this looks like... Okay, so this is a war... Suryavarman, excuse me, Mao was bought into this conflict by the Dutch. Now, how they got the money for that, I have no idea. But you can tell they didn't intend to attack themselves because there's like no units ready jumping over the border. That means that this would probably not be too effective of a... It's certainly not going to be enough to save... Not going to be enough to save the Dutch from dying. But after the conflict's over, it might get interesting. I think the Khmer are stronger than the Chinese right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities plus that one over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think the Khmer are stronger. 8 cities plus Amsterdam for 9. So that could have some interesting effects after the war, so after the Dutch are eliminated. Pakal is still leading the tech race. Mongolia has almost managed to catch up to them in score. And Zara's not too far behind in tech. Even the Mongols aren't that far behind in tech. I mean, they're behind. They're behind by about 10 techs, but they're not that far behind. Where did the Khmer forces go? Oh, the Khmer units turned... Oh, the Khmer turned around because they're getting attacked by China. So it looks like this is going to be taken by the Sumerians. They have 5 trebuchets, so it won't take too long to get those defenses down. And once they're down, that's going to be it. Yeah, I don't see these random Chinese knights doing anything other than pillaging. By the way, size 23 city. Check that out. Just need enough happiness to get it that big. Well, okay, I see why. Because all these lake tiles become 3 food tiles with a lighthouse. Jeez, that's actually pretty nice. Oh, look at this. So the Mongolians are heading up here. And this stack does not have any siege in it. There's no siege units here. So they'll just attack Nara immediately. Like, look, there's no catapults, no trebuchets. They'll just throw themselves at that city immediately. There's no siege anywhere in these 3 stacks. So they're going to tear through Tokugawa. Also, there's a random great merchant up here. Where did this guy come from? Interesting. And I don't see anything happening between the Ottomans and the Holy Rome. That war's been kind of a dud. In America... It looks like France has decisively turned the tide and is moving on the capital, which is in, like, where St. Louis is. Willem's going to be French fries soon enough. Yeah, he is. But let's watch. Nara should get taken this turn because there's no siege units to slow this force down. I mean, they're going to lose units attacking, Oh, look at that. Cuirassier now for the Mongols, too. So this just keeps rolling along. Now they have 12 attack mounted units. So Japan's on 2 cities. I wonder who Mongolia is going to go after next. That'll be a big question. Geez, they're getting strong. Alright, so Nijmegen has been cut down to half its defenses are gone. I guess I should look and see what's going on here. Alright, so look at this. There's a several Carthaginian stacks running around, and they do have Cuirassier. Fairly strong attack option. Mansa Musa doesn't appear to be doing anything, as usual, for his wars. Just kind of doing his thing. The Dutch, or the Mayans do have cavalry and rifles, but they're just building research in all their cities. Nijmegen will probably survive one more turn. Yeah, getting universities up will help the Mongols. The Mongols also need to get into communism and state property for their gigantic size, because they'll be paying a lot in maintenance costs. Even with the deity discounts, they'll be paying a fair amount in maintenance. They get into state property and remove that distance maintenance, and their economy will definitely take off. But yes, universities will help a lot if they actually build them. Alright, request spam. Okay. So here's another force. I guess they haven't moved out yet from this city. Just got captured. Here comes even more units. Jeez. Think that's enough, you guys? I wonder if we'll see Kyoto or Satsuma taken out next. Who cares? Nijmegen will probably be taken this turn, and then that'll be it for the Dutch. And we'll be down one more leader. Wait for it. So, there it goes. Bye-bye. Hey, now the score list even fits on the screen. Now it's actually below the interface, see? We can actually see all the leaders for a change. Boy, Lincoln has really fallen off. He's below Boudica now. Ugh. Ugly for him. Temujin's going after liberalism. Wow. A little late for that. Obviously the free text's been taken a long time ago. Yeah, you can actually read the whole list, right? How in the world has Julius Caesar survived this long? I cannot understand that. He's just been sitting there with like 2 cities. He has 3 now, but he culture flipped one of them. He's just been sitting here like surrounded by other leaders the whole game, just doing his thing. He's so far behind in tech too. Like he has longbows defending his cities. Seriously. But somehow he's still alive. Anyway, Washington's under siege right now. 2 trebuchets slowly pounding away at the defenses. Another trebuchet moving up though. And France just continues to slowly roll forward. I think America is going to be next to die after Japan. So Japan's next, obviously. Look at all these Japanese, or all these Mongolian units getting ready to cross the border. But after Japan, it's probably America next on the chopping block. And I think Genghis Khan's going to pass Pakal and score soon. When he captures another city, when he takes Kyoto, he'll probably pass him in score. Willem is inept again. Yeah, I mean, he actually did okay. I mean, he out-survived a lot of leaders. You know, at one point in time, Willem was the tech leader in this game, but he got eclipsed by Pakal. Why is Pakal taking so long to discover physics? Are the tech costs just that expensive, or is he upgrading? I guess the tech costs are that expensive. For some reason, for some unknown reason, he's running 20% gold, even though he has 9,000 gold in the bank, and he's making plus 600 per turn. So who knows? I don't understand that decision. Oh yeah, remember Holy Rome is still at war with the Ottomans. Not that we've seen much of anything from these two. Alright, so that war just ended. Berlin got captured. So what happened here is Berlin culture flipped from Russia to Holy Rome, and then it was captured by the Ottomans. So that war backfired pretty terribly for Holy Rome. Charlie's solidly middle of the pack right now. Nothing special. Yeah, that's a lot of Mongolian units. That's a lot. This stack has no siege, so they might just throw themselves at the defenders. There's a lot of units in Kyoto, but they'll get chewed through soon enough. And there's another huge stack up here. Well, there was a huge stack up here. Where are they going? What the? Where are these units going? They like turned around and ran in the opposite direction. Okay, I don't understand that at all. Well, Gandhi is hated the most because he's got a really, really high something called peace weight. Peace weight is like how good or evil they are on like a morality scale, and Gandhi is the highest in the game. He's 10 out of 10 in peace weight. Nobody else has that same rating. So the leaders that tend to be rated low in peace weight, like Shaka and Montezuma and Genghis Khan, they are predisposed to dislike him because they have such a huge difference in peace weight. Oh yeah, I forgot. Khmer's at war with China. Forgot about that. We should check in on that war. So China has not really been achieving anything, and now that the Dutch are finished off, that means the Khmer can concentrate on this war. Nothing much seems to have happened there. China's got a big stack of knights. Maybe he'll send them in, but the Khmer also have a big stack of knights. So who knows? Boudica just adopted police state, so maybe she'll actually do something at some point in this game. Doubt it, though. Alright, so that's a pretty big stack. Will they choose to attack? Will they choose to wait for this even bigger stack behind them? I don't know. Let's see. I could not tell from the animations if they attacked or if they waited. Looks like they waited because I didn't see any of the units. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's just wait and see. Alright, after we get past the request spam. No, they did attack. Okay. They sent some units in. I don't know how much they actually killed, but they sent some units in. Might be better to wait for the trebuchets to take out the defenses. Alright, and that big stack... Alright, so that big stack up there consolidated into one. And now they have about 30 units. Wait, no. There's a stack of 32 and a stack of 24. So there's about 60 units on this tile. Jeez. There's 28 grenadiers on this tile. Damn. Alright, so Satsuma's really, really dead. But there's one trebuchet in this stack, so you know what that means. Gotta wait for the trebuchet to bombard out the defenses. Even though we've got 30 grenadiers, gotta wait for them to take out the defenders. Alright, Washington I think is going to be attacked shortly, because the defenses are just about gone here. There's no one-tile islands to pull off troll-tastic cities that can survive with nothing. Kyoto's starving. That doesn't matter that much. They're probably just running a bunch of specialists. Let's see. Alright, so the defenses at Washington are now at 0, so they might attack on this turn. Alright, Gandhi. Worst enemy of Boudica. Wow, that random. Alright, so I guess they'll attack this turn. What's going on over here? Alright, so Kyoto lost half of its defenses. Probably take one more turn to bombard those out. That one trebuchet, that's going to slow this whole stack down. That's, yeah. So if you're ever up against the AI in Civ4 and you can't, like there's a stack you just can't beat, kill everything but one catapult and then build city walls and a castle, because they'll spend the next 30 turns knocking down your defenses 2% at a time, and their whole army will just sit there doing nothing while that one catapult slowly takes the defenses down. Yeah, so the AI can be kind of exploited in that way. Amusing. Alright, Washington is probably going to get captured here, and that will open up a lot of cultural territory in the middle of North America. Maybe France will actually be able to work some tiles at Seville and Barcelona and New York. But this city should be captured. I mean, there's a lot of French units there. There's a lot of defenders, too. But the city raider promotions on the French units will give them the edge. So yeah, there were a lot of units attacked. Alright, so most of the defenders were killed. Look at that. There's barely any defenders left alive. So that city will fall next turn. Of course, Kyoto's also going to fall next. Well, Kyoto might take 2 turns because there's so many units in Kyoto to chew through. Satsuma, look at this. How many defenders are in the city? So there's 3 galleys, they can't defend. 3 workers, they can't defend. A knight that doesn't get defensive bonuses. So the real defenders are 2 longbows and an axe. But these 30 grenadiers will probably sit there and wait for that trebuchet to take out the defenses. Alright, we'll watch Washington. The city will be captured this turn. I mean, the AI, for all that we kind of poke fun at the AI, it's not that bad in this game. It's not great, but it handles itself decently, I think. Because when worst comes to worst, the AI can just throw all its units in a stack and brute force objectives. Actually, Kyoto was captured. So Washington is captured. That's in the American capital. And Kyoto is captured, the Japanese capital. Jeez. All right, so they didn't wait for anything else. They just threw units in. Oh, hello. So Caesar is... Well, Caesar's not going to be long for this game either. So we finally saw Julius Caesar do something. Get attacked by a stronger neighbor. Alright. Tally up the war declaration. So Caesar finally does something. He gets declared on by a much stronger enemy. Up. Cuirassier against... Praetorians? No, people are not happy with that. Not Caesar. Hey, he's got longbows and... Yeah, he's got some longbows and Praetorians. Are the Praetorians strength 7 in this mod? Yep, the Praetorians are strength 7 in this modded version of the game. There's a balancing change. And yep, sure enough, Satsuma, 52%. Gonna take a while to bombard that down. Move some more trebuchets up there, you fool. So that'll take a while. America only has 3 cities left. America is not long for this world either. So France, yep, as I said before, the Grenadiers turned the tide, and France is now definitely on the offensive. Now Barcelona has some tiles to work. New York has tiles to work. Seville has tiles to work. Cool. All right, let's watch the onset of the Holy Roman hordes. So this is Holy Rome against Rome. That's kind of amusing. Buddhism taking down Confucianism. I confess, there's so many leaders in this game, I have not been able to watch the religions. It's just there's too much going on. As the game continues, so the stronger civs keep eating up the weaker civs. And they're pretty ruthless about doing that. Note that Temujin, Genghis Khan, is now first in score. And Zara is now second in score. So Pakal has actually dropped to third. Although he is still ahead in tech by a pretty good margin. Oh, that's right, we're going to get defensive packs now. That could cause some interesting stuff. It's like, just attack! Stop bombarding with 1 trebuchet! Just attack! Lincoln just wasted a turn converting to another religion. Well, they'll attack sooner or later. Alright, there's enough trebuchets now that the defenses will all be taken out. Now remember, Athens was a Greek city originally, then it was captured by Holy Rome, then it culture flipped over to Rome, and now Holy Rome wants to take it back. By the way, look how much culture Constantinople has. See how far out the borders are extending from the Byzantine city over there? I can't move the screen. Pakal's not limping towards physics. The techs are just disgustingly expensive in this mod. Again, I don't really like the fact that the mod mucked around with the tech costs. He's not really limping there. It's just the game makes these techs ridiculously expensive in the late game. Like, look at this. This tech costs... Wait, I guess I'll have to highlight it. He's also running a ridiculously huge gold surplus for no reason, but... Hold on, where's... Physics? Yeah, this tech costs 15,600 beakers. In a normal game, it costs like 4,000 beakers. Now, part of that's because it's a huge map, understood, but still, that's really expensive. This, I believe that this is a version of Krill's mod. Look at this, the genetics is 27,000 beakers. No, it doesn't exclude Space Queen, it just slows it down by a huge margin. So it's going to take a... Like I said, this game's not going to be over in 300 turns. It's probably going to take 400 turns, which is one reason why it's not going to finish today. Alright, yeah, so Satsuma slowly being bombarded down. There's no more trebuchets. I mean, they'll attack sooner or later, but what a waste of Mongolia's time. Hi, J-Man. Can you gift units to a civ you're at war with? No, you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you can't. And boy, they're really taking their time to kill Athens here. Just slowly bombarding it. Check back in on Napoleon. So Athens will fall next turn. Oh, alright, so Napoleon's on the offensive again. He's got units pushing forward. And looks like America's pretty gassed. I don't see that many defenders here. Yeah, Boston's not very well defended. I mean, it's Grenadiers and Knights against Maces. Well, okay, the only unit that's different is the Grenadiers. Otherwise, they have exactly the same units, but America's just lost too many cities now. Boy, I didn't think France would end up with, like, colonies in Western America. France just been... First they went north and killed England, and then they've just been going west since then. What a weird shape to France's territory. Oh yeah, France, they're rebuilding everything while waiting for that trebuchet. True. Their workers are rebuilding a lot of these tiles. Did they ever bother to build universities in their cities, just out of curiosity? Yep, okay, so they did build universities in their cities. So, I mean, they're producing some beakers, not a lot. Probably because Mongolia's unit costs are outrageous. Yeah, their unit cost is pretty terrible. 80 gold per turn just in unit costs? That's a lot. But they're up to 800 beakers per turn. That's pretty good. Like Gandhi's 450. Caesar's way behind. Ragnar, Charlemagne, Gilgamesh 400. Hannibal 400. Yeah, so, I mean, Mongols are ahead of most of the other leaders in tech. Hattie 600. Huayna Capex at 900. J-Man 600. Looks like most of them are around 600. Justinian's actually doing pretty well in beakers. Lincoln. Okay, Lincoln is dying. Wow, Mansa Musa's, he's behind. Mal's about average. Mehmed. There's Pakal. Wow, he's actually going down in beakers. Why is this beaker count going? I guess he was in golden ages before. Napoleon 740. Boudica, who's randomly out of alphabetical order, is Sitting Bull. Stalin 0. Oh, he's in anarchy. It's like 0. Most of them look like they're like 500 to 700 in beakers. Toku's dying. Zara. Alright, so Zara and Pakal are the most, but Temujin's not that far behind, in all honesty. Like, that's not that bad. Could be a lot worse. Will he actually give the go order at Satsuma this turn? Yes, he did attack. I think he just wasn't able to kill all the units. Or something attacked. I don't know if they all attacked. Some of them did, though. Because now there's an axe as the top defender, and that shouldn't be the top defender. Alright. No thanks, Burger King. Oh yeah, and the Romans are on their way out, too. Alright. Enough request spam. So, Athens was captured this turn. Rome is not especially well defended either. So what's in here? Oh, the Great Lighthouse. So, yay. That's right, he had that before. Rome is not long for this world. Once these units swing around, they'll be taking that capital as well. By the way, Egypt is still at war with Carthage. Egypt and Mali are still at war with Carthage. Egypt is, I guess, on the offensive. Apparently. Still, let's see. Here in Satsuma. Alright, so, yeah, Satsuma did get attacked. There's a longbow, 2 axes, and a spear. I think that this is it for Tokugawa. Because at least some units were attacking. Alright, so bid farewell to another leader. If he should be dying this turn. I can't imagine he survives much more than this. What happened? He just disappeared. The longbow just disappeared. Come on, wait for it. Or is he gonna wait another turn? I guess he's gonna wait another turn. Got to get those defenses down a little bit lower. We only have 30 grenadiers. We can't be too careful. Can't afford to be too careful, you guys. How many units are on this tile? 63 units. Okay, 63 units and 30 grenadiers. Yeah, that's a lot. Has anything happened in this war between China and the Khmer? I don't think so. Looks like it's been very stagnant. And Ethiopia seems content just to do research, so Ethiopia's been very quiet. The Mayans have been very quiet. Mongolia continues to be the big mover and shaker, along with France. So France looks like they're going for Boston next, I think. Atlanta's still down here in the corner. Look at former Azteca, just a mess of borders. Also, note how dominant Mayan culture is. This city will probably flip to the Mayans eventually. Yep, probably. They got a fair number of units in there, but it's just a matter of time with that much culture. Unless you really spam it with a gazillion defenders. Yeah, people like to refer to the leader head graphic for Charlemagne as Burger King. Oh god, now they knocked it down to 9%. Are they going to wait another turn? Alright. Come on, Genghis. Just finish this guy off. He's got one city left. The one trebuchet, Curse of Doom. It's a good thing there wasn't a castle in this, or it would have taken even longer. That one trebuchet. France is still on the march. How about Holy Rome? They're swinging their units around, but it's going to take them a little longer to reach Antium and Rome. But they're in the process of getting there. Now Genghis is on Divine Right. What a waste. Pakal's on electricity. Jeez. If only he had more cities to be more competitive. Oh, hello. He's building some units, though. Look, Cav, Grenadier. Might be planning to stir some stuff up. No, this city doesn't. I don't think this city has a castle. I'm pretty sure it just has walls. Oh, you're right. It does have. Oh, you're right. It does have a castle. Okay. You're right. It does have a castle. Huh. I didn't think he had one. Cool. All right. So this should finally be the last turn, unless he wants to wait until it's 0% before attacking. All right. So we bid farewell to Toku the troll, who picked the war with... I mean, Japan did... By the way, the interesting thing is Japan started that war with Mongolia, and Persia started a war with Mongolia, too. The only civ that Mongolia actually started a war with was Korea, who was the first one to be eliminated. Yeah, good eyes. Good spot that it was castles there. Wait, castles don't slow... Oh, okay. In this version, they don't slow bombard speed. Okay. That is a very good change, because I hate that aspect of castles. Alright, thanks, Crow. So, Toku is eliminated, and now we're down to how many leaders? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22. So we've lost 12 leaders, 22 are still alive, and Mongolia definitely has the most. That's interesting. Gilgamesh signs defensive pact with Pakal. So, yeah, the defensive pacts can cause some absolute craziness. I just don't know what Firaxis was thinking when they put that castle thing in Beyond the Sword. Okay, I know what they were thinking. They said, we want siege units to be more important. Yeah, because everybody knows catapults and, catapults and cannons are just such weak units in Civ4, and nobody builds them. Alright, let's reveal the map again, just to update it. And by the way, this was a huge plus to Brick for telling me you can do this. Just update the map periodically using reveal tile mode. Alright, so let's look at Mongolian territory, because they definitely have the most territory in the game. Alright, so zoom out here. Alright, so they pretty much have Japan, Korea, northern China, and a huge portion of Russia. Also, and part of what's now Iran as well, Iran and Afghanistan. That is a huge empire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They got about 20 cities right now in a game where most empires have about 5 or 6. So that's pretty good for their sake. All right, so the big question will be, who do they go after next? Because on the power bar graphs, their power is still out of control. That's Mongolia. Can you tell when the Mayans got rifling tech? Can you tell when the Mayans got rifling tech? Yeah. Anyway, so the Mayans and the Ethiopians are right here. 22 cities. Okay, it was right around 20. So the Mayans and the Ethiopians, and then here's the French, and then everybody else is kind of bunched together. So the real question is, who do they attack next? Because they're going to. Let's see who Genghis Khan dislikes. All right, so he's annoyed towards Gandhi. He's annoyed towards Charlemagne. He's annoyed towards Hatti. All right, so all the high peace weight civs. All right, he's also annoyed towards Lincoln, Mansa Musa, and he doesn't like. Oh, he's annoyed towards Stalin. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong column. Never mind. He's annoyed towards Sitting Bull. All right. Basically, he dislikes all the high peace weight civs. Alright. So none of those were his neighbor. Have to read it in here. Hi, David. I'm actually just about to stop, I think. So we just had an elimination, and it's about to hit turn 250. I think this is going to be a great stopping point. So let's just advance one more turn, and we'll save it here, because I have been streaming this for about 4 hours now, and I'm getting kind of tired. That's on top of streaming Rogue Legacy for an hour before that, and streaming for 7 hours yesterday. So what we'll do is I'll talk with Brick Astley, and we'll figure out another day and time when he can be around, and we'll continue this later, because it's just such a big game. We can't do it all in one session. We've already been streaming this game for about 7 to 8 hours now, and we're still clearly a long way away from a conclusion. So at the moment, it looks like we'll zoom out and do the big world picture so you guys can see the world. I mean, it's pretty much a mess. I'm not sure how helpful this really is. But here's the world right now. Yeah, you can't really tell anything. It's a disaster. But hey, at least we don't have the resource icons on, right? This is it with the resource icons on. Ah! Okay, so what's going on with the game right now is France is slowly carving up America, what's left of them, and Napoleon is reestablishing himself as one of the game leaders. So America only has, what, 3 cities left? Atlanta, yeah, 3 cities left: Philadelphia, Boston, and Atlanta. In East Asia, Mongolia is finished its conquest of Persia and Korea and Japan, and who knows who they're going to attack next. Down here in Southeast Asia, China is fighting Khmer, but no one seems to be coming out ahead in that. Sumer has devoured the Dutch. Gandhi is still hated by everyone, but hasn't been finished off yet. The Ethiopians are researching, and they're apparently hitting the top of the tree. They're going to be the first to democracy, I believe. In South America, the Incans aren't really doing anything. They're just kind of sitting there. They're kind of near the top of the scoreboard, even though they've done very little. The Mayans look like they're gearing up for a war, because they're building military in all their cities, and I really will be interested to see who they try to attack. There's still a war ongoing between Egypt and the Carthaginians, and the Milanese are in that war too, but they're not really doing anything. This war has also been kind of a stalemate. I guess Egypt's got a stack here. Maybe they can take a city. Rome is dying in Europe. Holy Rome is carving up their tiny little civ. And Celts are doing nothing, and the Vikings are doing very little. And the Barbs are still hanging out in Alaska, because that's what they do. And I think that covers pretty much everything. So I'm going to save the game. Like I said, we'll let you guys know. Hopefully I can give you more of an advance warning the next time we do this. I only could give like 24 hours notice this time. Actually, I think less than that. So we'll do this again, and we'll continue this, because I'm very curious to see who's going to come out on top. So until next time, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys around. Until then, take care. Have a good one. See you soon.